Bay, we're back. We're talking about mobility, stability, function, structure, how to build a solid platform to exert force off of. We're talking about core. Okay, in the beginning we talked about core. The rotator cuff is core. The VMO, vastus medialis obliquus of the knee, is core. It's a patella stabilizer. Look it up. It doesn't have too much ability to extend the lower leg out. So these are some of the things that we have to define. Okay, so we're about to embark on more core and what the true definition of core is. Okay, core should be trained on a solid foundation on 2 feet. Okay, some exercises like you just saw can be more in a static position where someone's laying on the floor and you're putting a little challenge, a neural challenge to someone so that they maintain a position to activate and engage that link and support system. That helps as well. But in our break I said, hey, show me some more exercises that you might have learned over the years for core. And she said,
I do abs.
You do abs. Okay, what else do you do?
V-ups.
V-ups?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about rectus abdominis, abs. And when you define the word core, the muscles that attach to that lumbopelvic hip complex, you talk about that long, flat, superficial six-pack, 2 flank steaks divided with what's called tendinous in scriptures. It's fascial tissue. There are blocks. She's loaded with blocks in there. The bottom line is whether her block show is determined by the thickness of her fascial system. So not to get overboard on the tech talk, she wants to train superficial muscles and say, let's train core. So we're going to talk about that. Just a quick brief. You've seen this before. Show me a V-up. You said V-ups for core. Now, is it part of the core? I'm going to let it go, 10% of the core. But the goal here is to train and activate muscles that are responsible on the local level that are going to create a better platform. Guess what? You've put yourself on a bench, number one, which is an external sense of stability. So you have a device, a mechanical advantage, that's basically saying, hey core, relax a little bit. I'll take over. I have all my friends, the global guys. Okay, the global guys are all the muscles that expand over a certain amount of joints and create motion. You're creating motion. Okay, so I don't really define this as core. Can you screw someone's posture up by doing V-ups? You bet you can. Slouched posture, rounded back, forward head, hip flexors, psoas, iliacus. Rectus abdominis is acting as a stabilizer because if she didn't have strength in her rectus abdominis, she would fall backwards, arch her back, and probably lead into an injury. So what is moving your legs up and down? Let's do it again. You're hip flexing, hip flexing. You're seeing hip flexion with a short lever arm. Do it with no bend in the knee. Come up with the whole leg and go down. Come up with the whole. Now you're seeing a long lever arm. Bend a little bit. Just bend. There you go. And just do those V-ups. Okay, so now you're seeing a long lever arm, more pull on the pelvis. The psoas is basically the prime mover here. Okay, mid-femur and hip. This is not core, ladies and gentlemen. So we have to define it. If we're going to do this exercise, there are better ways to do rectus abdominis than this long lever V-up. This is like your hanging leg raises. What if you were to do this V-up with no hands?
No hands.
No hands. And you were and you're bringing your legs in, and okay, so now you're stabilizing a little more. Did you feel that in your low back?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot of it. A lot of it. That's a new. That's a new terminology here at Exercise Bay. A lot of it. So the bottom line is, these are all exercises that basically put a lot of stress and strain on your joints, giving you that perception, that sensation, that feeling that you're training core. They're not true core exercises. They're very superficial, they're very high risk. And what is the goal and why are we doing them in the first place? Are we thinking spot reduction? Are we thinking flat abs?
That's what we were thinking.
It's not going to happen that way. But we're going to teach you the Exercise Bay way. We'll be right back.